Hi, my name is Melissa.
And my name is Geeta.
And we're going to tell you a story about a project we called Impact.
During the 2022 PFIC conference, patients and doctors had a roundtable discussion where they talked about the challenges involved in treatment decisions that are very often highly consequential.
Parents reported feeling uninformed about treatments.
PFIC treatment decisions were always confusing and uncertain because I never had clarity or a full understanding of the long-term impact this would have on my family.
Parents also shared that the treatment options and guidance they received varied depending on which hospital they went to.
We went to a center that saw lots of PFIC families. Then the treatment options that you were given were just so much of a variety, from medication options to surgical interventions, versus if you went to a center that didn't have as many PFIC patients or that was rural and not as familiar with PFIC, the options that we were given were far more limited.
Ultimately, many PFIC parents at the roundtable shared they experienced difficulty making decisions while navigating different treatment options and conflicting physician opinions. One solution to this challenge is a type of research called patient-centered comparative clinical effectiveness research. This research compares existing treatment options, and the results give families and doctors clearer information to help them decide which option works best for their situation. To work towards this solution, we launched Project Impact, where we set out to identify PFIC patients and families' specific treatment questions and priorities to help guide this research in the future. Here's Alex to share more about what we did during the project.
We put together a team of PFIC Network staff, parents, clinicians, and researchers, all working side by side. Through learning modules and focus groups, we educated parents and clinicians on what patient-centered research is and why it is so important. We discussed how important it is to engage patients in designing research and for patients and families to feel equally as valuable as clinicians and researchers. We discussed PFIC treatment experiences and turned them into an interactive app where families can go and input their own experiences and also read the experiences of others. We ultimately put together an in-depth list of unanswered PFIC treatment questions alongside the everyday challenges that parents and families hope to see improve. We did all this with the future goal to answer the unanswered questions through the first ever comparative effectiveness research study in PFIC.
We accomplished so much together through Project Impact, and it was only possible because of the many people who contributed along the way. Let's hear from more of the voices that brought this work to life.
Project Impact for me personally was just such an incredible and amazing opportunity to connect with patients with these rare diseases from across the country and really across the globe. In addition to education and partnership building, one of the other key goals that we really wanted to look to accomplish in Project Impact was the identification of research priorities. And I think this is where I feel like I am most excited to see the next steps in the next iteration of these partnerships.
Project Impact is bringing the patient's perspective into equation, and that is huge.
I wanted to participate in Project Impact to help others who are going through something similar to me, to help them feel less alone and have options. And I thought that by sharing my story and my opinions, it would be helpful for others.
Just being able to bring together physicians and researchers and patients and families was really important because it allows those of us who do research to understand more of the challenges that families face in participating in research studies, and also helps us better understand what's most important for the families.
Being part of Project Impact just probably changed our families' lives. For the first time, I felt heard. I felt understood on this journey with my son, and I'll always be grateful for that.
It was important to me to be a part of Project Impact because my son is very young, and the new medications that are available for PFIC had come out when he was about 2, which means that his disease is not progressing the same way that older patients with PFIC has gone. And this is both exciting, but also really unknown. And I wanted to make sure that researchers and clinicians heard about the things that we wanted to learn about regarding nutrition, itch, sleep, and could look into what's life going to be like for him.
I was so happy to be involved in the effort to better understand, both clinically and personally, the effect familial cholestasis has on our patients and their families. There is so much more that we need to do to change the life impact of familial cholestasis, but this was an incredible and an eye-opening step forward. I can't wait to see what the future holds, and I know that these efforts will be so important for us going forward.
Hi, my name is Emily Ventura, Executive Director of the PFIC Network. Thank you to all those who participated in Impact. This project has amplified the voice of our community, who truly is stronger together. Please check out the resources that we've created, including the Treatment Experience app and our research priorities that can be found on the PFIC Research Roadmap website as a part of pfic.org. I hope you'll continue to stay connected and participate in these important activities as we seek to improve care for people living with PFIC everywhere. Together, guided by our roadmap, we can move toward a brighter future.